pressures of life, the pressure we're all sustaining, of the pressure of living, you know, from one day to another. We're always under pressure, under pressure. The song called it, you know. Forget who sings it, it don't matter. Pressure, there's pressure in everything, isn't there? There's a lot of pressure about. There's pressure in the air that we breathe. The only reason I can breathe in is because I'm creating a partial vacuum within my body, right? Oh dear. What's hilarious is this idea of space, you know. I didn't want to bring it in too early, but anyway, but this is what it's all about. An introduction about pressure. We're all under pressure. Everything works under pressure. Right? No. Anyway, so for some strange reason, NASA decides we don't need that pressure. We can breathe in and out 4.5 pounds per square inch. We envelop ourselves in a spacesuit, right, and inflate it with pure oxygen to 4.5 pounds per square inch. At least they used to. I don't know what they claim nowadays, but they have to pressurise the suits, don't they? You know, got to breathe something. But 4.5 pounds per square inch of pure oxygen. And if you was enveloped in a suit, like a rubber layer around your body, just as a scuba diver is, deep sea diver, right? It's deep sea diver. Who's deep in the ocean. So this is where people get confused. He's deep in the ocean. Ooh. So you've got a lot of pressure on the outside. So his tanks on the back of him, low pressure to equalise that pressure. So it's as if he's on the level surface, like above the sea surface, you see. That's alright. Because he's inhaling that pressure to push back on this pressure that's coming on him, see? Oof. Right? So they don't notice. I suppose they learn certain breathing techniques. But we're not pressurising the suit. You see, with the deep sea diver, his suit ain't pressurised. His internal organs are pressurised by the compressed gas that he's breathing in. But the suit itself, the diver's suit, is not pressurised at all. Okay? So that's just withstanding the force and pressure, and of course it's tight against the skin. If he didn't have the extra power, the extra air, the extra compressed air going into him, he wouldn't be able to breathe in. Because the force of the water's pushing him in. Because the suit ain't. It's just part of his skin, isn't it? See? Now, a spacesuit is pressurised. Because it has to be. Right? It would have to be. Right? Jesus. Because if the case is breathing 4.5 pounds per square inch in a total vacuum, there's no pressure on the outside of the suit. His body would fill up like an inner tube, you know, and his whole body would expand to fit the suit. 4.5 pounds per square inch for one. Now then, suppose he could do that. So, but I can't get a tube, a straight tube, and demonstrate a little bit easier for people to understand. Instead, it's in a tube, a straight long tube instead. This thing, and this is an experiment anyone can do. Get a tyre and inflate it to 4.5 pounds per square inch. And imagine your arms inside that. Imagine, and you're trying to bend. You know what I'm saying? It's possible. But it'd be so ridiculously energy inefficient. You gotta fight every step, every movement. You'd be stiff. There's about 3 pounds per square inch now, not 4.5, about 3 pounds, and you just, you wouldn't be able to bend your fingers and that. You couldn't. I can't bend that tube with my finger. I can't do that. You wouldn't be able to use your hands. You possibly be able to move it a bit, your arm. I've my doubts about that. You know them cuffs they put on you? They call them sphygmometers or something like that. For testing your blood pressure. No. Around your arm. It stops the blood flow. How many pounds per square inch do you think's going through them to stop the average blood flow? It's about 4.5 pounds per square inch, funny enough. Stops your blood pressure from circulating like that. Well, that's exactly what that'd be like. You just couldn't. It'd be too stiff. It'd be too stiff to see what you see on television. But they can't get up there. They cannot get up there because the pressures, you see. The pressures of the fuel tanks would be impossible. The trouble with people nowadays, they're too lazy. Well, I don't know how long it's been, but there's millions and millions of people who have failed to do a little bit of research into this. And you can work out the mathematics of it as to how air pressure works. In pounds per square inch, that's every little inch. It's a force pushed upon it. The mathematics is pretty simple, you know. And yeah, you work out, yeah, it'd be impossible for them to do it. Even for the rocket to take off. A rocket weighing 6 million pounds. To have the energy to lift that at all would be like setting off a bomb underneath it and it just obliterate the engine totally, but it's just farcical, that is. It's farcical. It ain't happening. It ain't happening. They can't get into space. Yeah. Which the whole point of the video was to point my finger at a YouTube channel called Redacted. Okay? Right. It was brilliant, brilliant news, forefront of what the main, no forefront as well, but you know, the alternative angle from the mainstream media, and they're claiming they've got their own journalists on the ground in Ukraine, and they know what's going on for real, like, you know. Okay, right. Bear in mind, it's YouTube. It's allowed this to come out, right? Feed us information, feed us information. So, as an excuse for you to say, we ain't boys, but we let them get away with what they say, like, you know. Although apparently they have been, they had the channel removed at one time. and to get your message across without interference from fucking YouTube, I suppose. They're all, oh, it's a monetised channel, by the way. This is the thing. This is the thing when they're monetised, right? You can't blame them. I don't blame them for being monetised. But they are edging towards the sponsorship a bit too much off the advertising community, you know. They're I can understand doing it, and then just so they put out this other day, didn't they? What was it? Not neuralgia. This thing's supposed to make men have a real fucking big old people at 60 years old. Yeah, you get powerful, or 50. You can start taking them at 50 years old because we lose the testosterone hormone. We got weak and feeble apparently. Right, turn to puffs. Right. So, what is it? Because I don't know the name of it. Oh yeah, Nugenics. This is a new thing they're advertising. Nugenics. But what it sounds to me as what it's supposed to do for men is like a different version of Viagra, right? Nugenics. That's what they're plugging. It sounds a bit too much like eugenics, doesn't it? Take away the N, the beginning. Ah, oh, eugenics. And the redacted channel on YouTube should have realised that this is sort of some sort of indoctrination to get us used to the word eugenics, which means the control of the population. Now, are they falling for this? I mean, they're a great couple, Clayton and Natalie Morris. They're a great couple. They're a great team. The show is very entertaining. I say that, right? But I ain't sure which part of the country they live in, or what precautions they be taking for this madness that's supposed to be being escalating with the Ruskies in Ukraine, like, you know, which is a bit strange, really, you know. It's because they all do follow an agenda. Now, it don't matter who's right or wrong, who invaded what, and who's right. They both pretend they go to space. Right? USA, landing them in. Putin takes them to the fucking moon, well halfway up there, don't he? To the fucking spaceship supposed to be flying around our heads. So it's still part of a pantomime. Can't you see that, people? Any country, see, Putin will do alright now. This would be the chance for Putin to, or Chinese. The Chinese will be a good one on this, because their videos of space is incredibly childish. It's ridiculous beyond the point of cartoonism sometimes. Like, you know, I mean, come on. And the Indians are the same, but anyway, China's involved in this Russian deal. They're all getting colluded together. But China's going to space, but their stuff's so daft that they could come out and say, we was taking the piss out of you because you can't do it. And we can prove you can't do it. And they can come up with exactly the right numbers for your pressurised suits. And the amount of oxygen and air that would be required to live for fucking 8 days in space, like the old Apollo 11 crew pretended they did. You know, if one nation says that, if one Prime Minister, one President, one head of state of any country comes out with that, a large country, and comes out with the fucking truth, so we only play along because they're going to do us. Come on now, your world's woken now, you support us, and we'll put a stop to it all, it's absolute nonsense, and then we'll create a better future for everyone, okay? Right, for one, right? And they'd lead the fucking world, I'm sure they would by now. You know? right? They would. They'd win hands down, they would. They'd double on Trump, you know? One of them, but you gotta, what's fucking wrong in being honest? And why have secret societies if you're just an average citizen, like, you know, and you want to get along with it? There shouldn't be no secrets from no one. All secrets, there shouldn't be no secrets. All knowledge should be available to everybody, you know? That's how the world will progress. Not hiding things from each other. That's fucking crazy in this day and age, isn't it? They're supposed to be pouncing around on the ISS, the Ruskies and the fucking Ukrainians and the fucking English and the Ruskies and the Yanks and the Japs, the Chinese don't go up on that space station for some reason, right? We're all one. No. So, how much time is that now? Stacks on 10 minutes. Right, let's get back to the Ruskies and Nord Stream 2. What people don't understand about that is, if it's all true, is people will be saying, well, what the fuck, they must have had a valve open to keep the pressure up, like, you know? No. The valve was open to a certain pressure, keep that pipeline pressurised to stop the enormous pressure of the water doing any damage to it. Concrete structure and all. To do pressure. Same as your space suits and your diver suits, you know. You got to put pressure in it to push the force out, like, you know. Space suits just make me laugh. I'll tell you what. Fucking made out of plastic fucking bras. And the people fall for it. I mean, you should be ashamed in this day and age to believe anything about spacesuits. Oh, really? Oh, come on. They showed you dragging out old Buzz Aldrin's, Neil Armstrong's spacesuit from this boat somewhere in America, like that. You don't know, right, it's a original suit. I don't know whether it's going to dust it down or leave it as it was, preserve it. It's a fucking cloth. It's like a worn out quilt. You've got to be joking, man. For people to understand with any intelligence, to believe that shit, you're clinically, medically insane. What causes people to be like that, I wonder? Anyway, let's get back to the Ruskies. Right. So the Ruskies so we've got a pressure of the pipeline, poof. Right. And then old James Bond comes down, poof, poofs it up in a couple of places, okay? Right. Somebody suggested it would be a spurt, huge spurt, because it would be 1,000 pounds per square inch within the pipes. It probably would be if, it's doubtful, if it was up to full pressure, but it was nowhere near the full pressure, what they claim. But they would have it pressurised to keep it from imploding from the sea pressure. So, hang on. Ruskies wouldn't do it themselves because they turn the tap off anyway. Meanwhile, the Americans have opened some other opened that other new pipeline, more or less the same day. Yeah, you get your cheap energy from the States. It'll be doing the fucking Ruskies because we ain't got as much. They've got an abundance of it, you know, abundance of oil and gas in America. Too much to cope with. So they want to give us a bit of money, not us. There's a thing about England. What the fuck? What about this fucking oil crisis? Why is it costing us money? Why is the Ukraine war costing us any money at all? Right? We should be gaining money off the weapons we're going giving them to them, like, you know, or selling them to them. They ain't giving them away, they're selling them. Because it's a war, for Christ's sake. Said Americans got rich out of World War II, super rich out of World War II. They loved every minute of it because they got all the resources, they had all the land and all the iron ores, the copper ores and whatever they wanted to dig out of the ground and make bullets and weapons with, right? So they had it there. And they're making tanks and they're selling them, giving us a load of money or weapons. And they pay in kind, so I mean later on you got to pay them loads back. And it works out better than fucking normal mortgage interest. That's fraud. Jesus. Wars are made to make money for the stupid. That's all I can think of. Wars are created to make money for the stupid. Why can't they just stop in their little tropical islands and smoke cigars all day and drink champagne every day of the week, every day of the year? I don't know. It have nothing to do with us. Let us get on with it. Let the real people enjoy the world. Your pina coladas, you know, beaches somewhere like that. Yeah, there's millions of us. There's millions and millions of us. We could just fucking swamp them. You know. You know, we rely on the military, and half the military had took a job apparently, like, you know. That's a bit of a strange situation. So anyway, little messages. Don't be worried about nuclear war, because that is absolutely fucking crazy, right? It won't happen. Even if nuclear weapons do exist, it won't happen. The Oscars ain't out one tactical nuclear weapon on their battlefield right next to them. It'll affect them all, if it was true. So it won't happen. They won't do it. You want a weapon that goes bang, gun, see? And then you make another one, bang, buff. So I'm giving old Putin tips there, but I shouldn't be, because he's promoting space still, isn't he? Right? Why don't they come out and say space is fake? Why don't they come out and say it? No. So until the day they do, space is totally fake. Nuclear power is absolutely fake. I toured a little all around the perimeter of a nuclear power station, about 6 years ago, 6 or 7 years ago. Filmed it and all, put it on YouTube or Facebook. No, Facebook wouldn't have it. They cut my channel off there. That's about 6 or 7 years ago. They cut my channel off, so I put it on YouTube. That's how I got a YouTube channel, yeah. So I fuck it. We was left on there for where we was on there, but I got my channel deleted in the end. I walked all the way around the nuclear power station, no fucking security there whatsoever. But the funny thing was, you could hear gunfire going off in the background as I'm wandering around the perimeter. I was filming it all. You could hear gunfire going off. I don't know if it was on a video, but it was gunfire going off. But there's a practice rifle range about a quarter mile away from this place. So that's what I was doing. I knew about that. I mean, it was a joke. The place was run down, dilapidated. The funny part was they built it right next to a hydroelectric plant. So, where was the power really coming from? From that nuclear power station, there was nothing there. So anyway, so we ended up the little rant on that. So I don't know if that's what I'd say. I don't know what to do. Because I thought I'd have a little rant, because I ain't done it for a while. Right? Oh, and to calm everyone down from having being worried about war, nuclear war. That ain't gonna happen. That just won't manifest at all. Crazy. As far as I can see, we're going to be defeated. Well, the Americans will get defeated. Ukraine will be took over by Russia entirely. China's going to jump in somewhere along the line. You say China and England are tied in together, you say, because we get free fucking postage to the place. It's 1,000 miles away, but we didn't have to pay no import tax or fucking postage duties. Dead cheap price. But they do sell a lot of crap as well along the line. So, I know it's just so hard to work out, isn't it? With the China, China's got to be on our side. They got to be. But as I say, that's what they want to do. China, you should come out and tell the truth that the space is fake. And you've been trying to put it over to people. And you're so friendly, why? To make a cartoon of it, because that is what it is.